guys, welcome. We're going to go ahead and get started. Hopefully everyone has had a chance to hop on. If not, you can just join in when you get here. So thank you guys so much for showing up on the mat with me today. I know it's Saturday. I know it's Halloween weekend. I know we all have a lot going on this weekend, especially those of you that have kids. So thank you for taking the time this morning to set aside time to move your body and to get your weekend started off on the right foot. So that being said, this is a 20 to 30 minute beginner's yoga class. So if you've never done yoga before, that is great. If you're an experienced yogi, that is also great. Enjoy this light practice. This practice is for everyone. There are ways to modify every movement, so don't be intimidated if this is your very first class. Welcome. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start down on the mat. All you need today is your yoga mat. You do want to be in a place that is as free from distractions as possible. I know that's not always possible, but as free from distractions as possible. So we're going to start in a seated position down on your mat here. And a seated position can be any position that your legs are comfortable in. So it can be crisscross applesauce if that's how you're comfortable. It can be one leg in front of the other. However you're comfortable, go ahead and meet me down here in your seated position. We are going to start this practice today with a simple breathing technique to really come alive in your body and to set your intention for the day. So once you're in your seated position, please make sure your spine is straight and you want to have your hands resting on the top of your thighs. The breathing technique we're going to do is called the box technique. So it is inhaling to the count of 4, holding that inhale for the count of 4, exhaling to the count of 4, and holding that exhale to the count of 4. So we're going to run through that a few times. So follow along with me. Go ahead and close your eyes. And begin to inhale through your nose, filling your entire body. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom for 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeping your eyes closed, go ahead and let your breathing return to normal. And begin to take inventory of your body and of your mind. Just notice how your body's feeling. Are you just waking up for the day? Are you on the East Coast and it's already noon and you're just taking a midday break? Right? How is your body feeling? How is your mind feeling? Is your mind excited for this practice? Is your mind dreading the movement? There's no judgment on what it is that you're thinking. Just be aware of it. And then with your eyes still closed, I'd like you to go ahead and set your intention for the rest of the day. That intention is going to start in this practice. So your intention for the day can be something as simple as feeling gratitude throughout the day, expressing appreciation, slowing down and thinking before you speak. Right? Whatever intention you'd like to set for the day, go ahead and set that now. And then slowly blink your eyes open. I'm going to have you meet me in tabletop position. So we're going to come onto all fours here. Right, you're going to have your shoulders stacked above your wrists. You don't want to be leaning forward or leaning back, okay? That would be for a wrist exercise. We're not doing that right now. So shoulders stacked above your wrists. Spread your fingertips out so you can help disperse some of your weight through your fingertips so it's not all in your wrist, right? You've got a nice neutral spine. We're going to do a few rounds of cat-cow to begin awakening your spine. So on your inhale, I want you to curl your spine in and look up like a cow. And on an exhale, curl in, chin to chest, and exhale like a cat. Okay, a few rounds. Inhale. And exhale. This is one of my favorite movements, especially first thing in the morning. It is so nice to really begin to awaken my body. And it feels so good on the spine. Okay, last round. And exhale. Go ahead and meet me back in neutral here. And from here, we're going to take the right arm. Bring the right arm up. Take your gaze up to your fingertips. And as you bring it down, we're going to thread your arm through, threading the needle. So thread your arm through, place your shoulder and your cheek on the floor, and feel that stretch. And just hold that for a moment. Really stretching through your shoulder, stretching through your side body. And coming out of that, we're going to bring the arm all the way up. Look up at the fingertips. And down to the mat, back to neutral. We're going to do that on the left side. Bring your left arm up. Look up at your fingertips. And thread the needle through. Shoulder down, cheek down, and hold that. And arm up. Look up at your fingertips. And back down to neutral, flat back. Before we go any farther, I do want to say that if at any point in time during the practice today a pose is too much for you, or if you just need to take a rest, right? At any point in time, you can come down to child's pose. So child's pose, you bring your feet together, spread your knees apart, and you bring your forehead to the mat and rest. This is a resting pose. So if at any point in time you need to take a child's pose, please do so. You know your body best. So just make sure to listen to your body and take that child's pose if you need to do so, okay? So down on all fours, we're going to do some hip openers. You're going to take your right leg, bring it up like you're going to kick through the ceiling, and we're going to make some circles with that hip. Okay, they can be big circles, they can be small circles, whatever kind of mobility your hip has, embrace it. It's beautiful. We'll just get it moving, okay? And the other way, you do want to make sure as much as possible that you are staying centered, right? You don't want to be over to the side. Either side, try and stay centered above your wrists. And bring that leg down. We're going to do the same thing on the left side. So bring it up, kicking through the ceiling, and circles. With whatever kind of mobility you have this morning, that's what we're going to use. And the other way. And down to center. All right. From here, we're going to come up into a downward dog. So keep your feet tucked. We're just going to bring your knees up and into the air. All right. You may want to take a couple steps back with your knees, with your feet, to really feel that stretch. Now, if you have the ability, you can bring your heels down to the ground. If you don't have the ability and you're up here on your toes, you're somewhere in the middle, that's great. Wherever you're at, we'll meet you there. Okay, feel that stretch through your upper body. The first downward dog of the morning of your practice is almost better than a cup of coffee. It really just wakes you up. So feel that stretch. And hold that pose. Should feel it in your calves, in your hamstrings, all the way through to your shoulders and your arms. All right, and then I'm going to have you look up between your hands, come up on your toes, And slowly just walk your feet in to your top of your mat here, okay? From here, we're in a forward fold. And your forward fold could look different. Your forward fold could be here, right? It could be down here. You could have your palms underneath your feet, really getting that stretch in. Wherever your forward fold is, we'll meet you there. So don't worry about it being perfect. Just worry about moving your body and getting it where you can. So be sure you have your head hanging here. And go ahead and grip both elbows, opposite elbows. And let your head hang. And we're just going to hang. You can rock back and forth a little bit, side to side. Really feeling that stretch. Right, from here, go ahead and place both palms back on the ground. We're going to bend your knees slightly and slowly roll up. Make sure your neck is the last thing to roll up, okay? You want to keep that tucked until the very end. And then go ahead and bring your arms up into your chest. From here, we're going to come into a lunge pose. So we're going to take your right leg and we're going to bring that back, okay? Your feet should be staggered, both facing forward. Your back leg, you're on your toes here. So your lunge could be down in the pose. Your lunge could be up a little more, okay? When you're here with us, because this is a beginner's class, you can stay here if you'd like, but I'm going to ask you to go ahead and drop your knee down, okay? We're going to do a twist from here. So I really want to make sure that you're stable and that you're safe in this practice. So we're going to go ahead and bring your arms to your chest. We're going to take your right elbow and bring it to your left knee. And we're going to do a twist, okay? Just like so. And look up to the sky. Really feeling that stretch in your spine. Looking up at the sky, at your ceiling, whatever you've got up there. And breathing. Don't forget to breathe during your practice. Okay, back to center. We're going to bring both hands down to frame your left foot. And we're going to step the right foot in and meet back in a forward fold. And go ahead and hang here again. Grab opposite elbows. And while you're here, and again, that is in whatever your forward fold looks like. It can be up here. It can be here. It can be halfway. It can be all the way down. Whatever your fold looks like, that's where you should be. While you're here, go ahead and remember your intention that you set this morning. Reflect back to that. And really think about that and about how you're going to incorporate that into your day. And what does that intention look like for you? Okay, bring both hands down to the mat. And we're going to step back into a plank pose. So bring your right foot back and your left foot back. We're going to be right here in the plank pose. Okay, and from here, going to drop our knees. Bring your feet out. And just lower down to the mat. And then up for a baby cobra. Another nice little spine stretch. Okay. Make sure your elbows are tucked in. Your feet are flat. And that your gaze is looking straight ahead. From here, go ahead and lower back down to the mat. Tuck your feet in. And meet me up in downward dog. Again, your feet can be flat on the ground. They can be up on the toes. Wherever your downward dog is. Don't worry about what it looks like. Just worry about what it feels like. Going to come up on our toes, gaze between your fingertips, and gently walk your hands up. From here, we're going to go ahead and roll up again. Make sure your neck is the last thing to come up, and bring those arms above your head. Hands down to your heart. Now we're going to do the left side. So go ahead and step back with your left leg. Adjust your feet if need be, okay? Should have a bend in your right. Left leg should be up on your toes, and they should be staggered. From here, again, you can stay in this position. For the beginners, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and drop your knee down. We're going to take your left elbow and bring it to your right knee and twist and look up. Looking up at your ceiling, looking up at the sky. So looking up and inhaling and exhaling. And back to center. Go ahead and frame your right foot and step your left foot into meet. And roll all the way up, arms coming up, up, up. And back to your chest. Okay, from here I'm going to have you go ahead and take a look down at your feet. You want to bring your big toes to touch and have your ankles apart. So your feet should be in a V. From here, you're going to raise your arms and bend into your knees. We're going to sit back into a chair pose, just like you're sitting into a chair. Okay, sit back into this chair pose. And hold for 2 inhales and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And come up. And we're going to do that 2 more times. Down into your chair pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And up top. Last one. Sink down into your chair pose. Sink a little lower in this one if you can. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And up. Arms to chest. And we're going to go ahead and meet back down in a seated position. We're going to come down to the floor. So just down onto your knees. Right? You can bring your feet down and you can come to the side here. All right, from here I'm going to have you bring your legs out in front of you, arms up ahead, and we're going to do a forward fold. If you can reach your feet, great. If you can't reach your feet, great. Come to wherever you can. Your forward fold could be here, could be here, could be down on your feet. It's important to know your body, to listen to your body. Right? You do want to push yourself. You do want to grow. You do want to get stronger. But you need to listen to your body during that growing period, which never ends, by the way. We're always growing. Always getting stronger. Always getting better. Inhale and exhale. All right, go ahead and bring your arms up. We're going to take your left leg and bring it over your right. Just placed right next to your knee here. Your foot is placed right next to your knee, and we're going to do another twist. So take your left arm and place it behind you, and your right elbow is going to come to your left knee and twist. Look over your back shoulder. And breathe. Twists are a really great way to open the body and to really wake up your body. And back to center. Go ahead and uncross your legs, and we're going to do the opposite side. Again, your foot is right by your knee. Right arm behind you. Left elbow to right knee. And twist, looking over your back shoulder. And breathing. All right, coming back to center. Go ahead and uncross your legs. And we're going to lay on back. Onto your back here. Okay, from here I'm going to have you go ahead and bring your knees to your chest. Grab those knees and hug them in. Then we're going to grab the inside of your feet and do what this is called happy baby. And kind of rock back and forth and really get that stretch in after working through your hips, working through your legs. Just rock back and forth. Happy baby. All right, go ahead and release. And bring your feet on down. So we're going to come into our Shavasana. Right? So this is our final pose here. Go ahead and let your feet fall away from each other. Place your arms down at your side. Right? They can be palms up, palms down, however you're comfortable. Get really comfortable in this pose. And close your eyes. And just take inventory of your body like you did at the beginning of the practice. Inventory of your body. Inventory of your mind. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So how is your body feeling? Right? Are you feeling more energized? Are you feeling more alive? How is your mind? Is it uplifting? Is it appreciative of the fact that you came to your mat today? Our mind is one of our biggest hurdles. So really changing your mindset and working through any kind of emotional blocks that you may have is absolutely crucial in your physical health as well. So make sure if your mind isn't uplifting, if it's not appreciating you for coming to this practice, if it's full of negative thoughts, if it's upset that your pose didn't look a certain way, if it's upset that maybe you rested halfway through the practice, right? It's really important to let those thoughts go, but more so than letting them go, it's important to figure out why they're there and where they came from. Okay, that's a little bit more than we're going to get into during this practice, but it's something to start thinking about. So appreciate your body for showing up. And for taking this time for yourself. Now, if you have time at home and you'd like to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you have, enjoy this resting, okay? Enjoy this body grounding. You're really grounding it into the earth right now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring it on up, and you can bring it up with me, or you can stay in your Shavasana. I'd like to thank you guys so much for coming to this practice with me. Thank you for taking the time for yourself. If this is your first yoga class, welcome. There's a world of yoga for you to explore, and I am so excited that you are here. So please feel free to comment on this video and share your takeaways. Share if you'd like to see more practices. Let me know, and we can start doing more live practices. So just let me know. Okay? So thank you so much for joining me. From my heart to yours, namaste.